What the fuck is up?
We are the Podunk Punks. I'm Mike.
And I'm ScowlingAl.
We are going to rock your asses with these guys we got in here today.
We got ToTheArk, the progressive metalcore band
Ark
from goddamn Lutherville, Maryland. So, why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Hey man, I'll introduce myself first, I guess. I'm Tim. I'm the vocalist in ToTheArk.
Cool.
I'm Danny. I play guitar in ToTheArk.
I'm Drew, and I play guitar and bass, and I write the drums, and I record the music.
Hell yeah.
Kind of a jack of all trades over here. It's beautiful.
Drew the Ark, if you will.
Drew the Ark. So, first off, I wanted to say, is it true that your guys'
Absolutely.
name? Yes. Didn't even need that. Sweet. Okay, we're moving along. We're good. So
At this rate,
is
shit,
it true
guys.
that your guys' name is based off of Marble Hornets?
Yes.
So why don't you guys explain that a little bit? How'd you guys?
Who came up?
Who came up with that and why?
Who was balls deep in Marble Hornets? Because I was.
That was definitely me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got super into Marble Hornets back in 2010, 2009?
Yeah.
2007.
2007?
2007.
It's kind of interesting to find
2008.
somebody that actually knows about it, because like everyone else that I knew about it stopped watching it after.
Yeah.
Like I think it was like 5 years or some shit.
I stuck with it I watched the whole
Yeah, I
damn
watched the
thing.
entire thing, dude. Like
It definitely got rough.
yeah, some of it kind of didn't make sense at
Sorry,
some
guys.
points, but I mean,
It adds to the obscurity of it.
definitely.
I mean,
Like
Yeah.
especially the way it ended. It definitely ended in one of those.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, yeah.
It's all good. guys.
Isn't that, yeah, it literally says everything is fine.
Everything is fine.
so when did you guys start producing that? Like, when did that start becoming a?
Oh,
You guys
like
founded
the
in
music?
2008, right?
Yeah.
I think it was before that even.
It was either 2007 or 2008.
Yeah.
And
Because we were under a different
we were
name
under a different
for a
name.
minute.
What was that?
Yeah. That was
We were-
Dystopia?
Yeah, we were calling ourselves Dystopia because we were like these little teenagers who were just like, oh, who cares about grindcore or whatever. There was like this fucking full-on famous grindcore band.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just like, nobody cares about that. And then like everyone ever was like, dude, this is a fucking band already. What are you guys doing?
Well, it was back in the MySpace days, too.
Right.
So,
We
like,
had that same problem.
Yeah, because we were on MySpace,
We
and
picked,
we
like,
made
the
our
most-
MySpace, and we're like, yeah, Dystopia MD, we're so cool. And then we found that other band,
Yeah.
and then we were like, all right, what do we do?
What was your band there?
We had As Dawn Dies. We just wanted to pick the most generic metal.
As blank.
Hell yeah, dude, yeah.
But it turned out like maybe 2 or 3 months after we made the fucking band, we look on MySpace and As Dawn Dies 1 is fucking there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We were like, guys, we don't want to say change your band name, but
That's a good question. Does one denote that they're first, or you were first and they put the one on?
that's what we were saying. We were like, maybe it kind of get a little confusing that
Start like a fucking war.
But you can think
Yeah.
about it in terms of like, when you like copy a document on your computer, and it's
Yeah.
like the same thing.
Yeah.
But it'll be like
Edition.
parenthesis 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's the first
Yeah,
copy.
so
should have
I
been
think
the
you guys are
They
good, man.
were copying you
Whatever.
guys.
We were like metalcore, they were deathcore, and it was just they came out with, well, I think you guys should actually change the name because we came out with a CD first, and we're kind of like already playing
Yeah.
like a lot of shows, and we're like, you have us beat there, you fucks.
Yeah, we didn't have anything out yet. We were just kind of like jamming in the garage, and then our show was
You
coming
win
up.
this war.
We had a show coming up. It was like As Dawn Dies opening, whatever. And then we were just like, fuck, what do we do now? We changed the name, so when we went on there, they didn't change the name to the flyer.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, we're not As Dawn Dies anymore. So,
but I guess we are, but no.
Wah, wah.
Dude, that's happening to Kubla Khan right now.
Really?
There's like this like group of like 40-year-old like Slayer dudes who have this like thrash band that has been around since like 85 or some shit.
Dang.
And they're like, these guys are piggybacking off our name to get big. And like, the fucking new Kubla Khan is like signed to Rise Records.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're trying to steal your name, dude.
They definitely used your fame.
To rocket themselves into the public eye.
It's ridiculous.
To rise up, if you will.
Why don't you guys talk a little bit about how you formed? How would you say the forming process happened?
Sure. Yeah, so the formation process was interesting in that it started out, I know Drew and I were kind of original members of the band along with two other really close friends. And so it kind of started out as this small project in our friend's basement just to kind of make music for fun. And it was really our friends, Brian and John, who we played with in the band for a really long time, who kind of the two of them came together and wanted to start really just kind of like a simple kind of metalcore sort of sound, something that just kind of, they were also kind of learning their respective instruments as well and wanted to just like have something to play together and become better musicians. And then we joined, and then from there it was just four like really close friends that would kind of spend all their time together, and then that turned into just like spending all of our time playing together and writing music. And
that's
then,
the way to do it too. I mean,
so it kind of grew out of that. And then I feel like it was kind of also like having Drew on board and being able to like produce our music right there and just do it and release things, and then kind of just really being into the sound that we had was kind of what propelled us to want to like kind of make it a little bit more serious.
It always helps to actually take pride in the shit that you make too.
DIY is tough.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
There's a lot to be said for that, because I mean we've recorded fucking our albums in his like 105-degree shed
for the last
shit
like
that.
10 fucking years.
So y'all know the struggle.
Yeah, I mean, we were so excited to get an album out that it only took us 8 years.
So when do you guys think the progressive kind of joined in?
I mean, some of our first songs, it was actually funny. So like this album that we just put out, the night that we put it out, we kind of started looking back on like some of our like original OG recordings, old songs, and we're listening to them and just like, wow, this sound is like we have so much, like I had so much love, like a nostalgic love for it, you know, and I was like, love how it sounds, but it's just so just the most like generic metalcore stuff, which I still also like, that holds a very special place in my heart, so I'm into that. But yeah, so that was definitely kind of how it started out, but I feel it was pretty early on. Like some of our, I mean, some of the songs on this new album that we just put out are songs from that even we started writing back in 2009, and we're kind of injecting those elements in there. So
a lot of them are wide ranging. Like I was listening to it all this week after Mike told me that you guys were down with being on the show, and it sounded like there was a lot of like Sumerian influence, like in like the tonality and shit like that. It points, which I like. I like a little Middle Eastern tinge in metal. The sound wise, I forget what that mode of playing is called, or that scaling.
If you touch a sitar, it's too far.
Yeah.
If you put
Part
a
machine
sitar,
went a little too far in that
Don't
direction.
pull a George Harrison in the band.
If you put a sitar in a metalcore band, that's a little too far.
Yeah, well, we ended up cutting all that stuff.
We had to cut out all our sitar bits.
It was actually a 27-song album. So
I bought a whole sitar.
Half an hour sitar.
15 songs straight sitar. Nothing else.
So now that you guys mentioned it, can you make that for us?
Absolutely.
Dude, we were right.
Can we start a Patreon for your sitar and get it rolling?
We're gonna make a Kickstarter for fucking ToTheArk sitar album.
Yep.
To the sitar drops April 1st.
Now, what tuning is the sitar gonna be in? Is it gonna be in like drop G?
Fuck, drop G, jitar. It's a jitar. The jitar.
Yeah, the Gentar.
I don't even know what a sitar is tuned.
We'll tune to DAD.
Dad.
Yeah, we're
Dad.
This is our double dad tuning.
Double drop dad.
Speaking of your album, you guys dropped it October 11th, which oddly is one of your song titles. You guys have been playing October 11th for a while.
Total mistake, dude. Didn't
I'm sure. So there was
I
a
didn't
little
even know
bit
it was
of.
October.
I wanted to say I out of all the tracks, I really liked Self Same and Off My Hardships. That one was really cool.
I liked Apotheosis.
Off My Hardships.
Awesome. And the playthrough music video was really cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's an old one.
So there was a little bit of problems with your album before. You guys had that video came out about it. Excuse me. You had the video come out about it.
Yeah.
What happened? Like, what were the problems? Because it was, for all intents and purposes, you guys were. It was a little vague. A little bit.
Perhaps intentionally. Drew should speak to that. I think probably.
I'm down to just air it. I'm fine with it.
If you don't want to talk about it, it's cool.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to.
It was what was it? So like we finished our album on the 11th, and then I went and did things for like 5 days. So I didn't even get to listen to it afterward. So about 5 days later, I'm sitting in my car and I'm listening to it, and I'm just like,
so the skit in the beginning was pretty much real.
We tried to.
oh, it was
that was hilarious.
The skit in the beginning was probably underacted.
I'm gonna put that in this video.
yeah, dude. So I was listening to it, and like the drums were off by like such a minuscule amount that I told both of them, and they were like, "We don't hear it."
Yeah, we're in the band and we couldn't hear it.
Tim and I were like texting back and forth, like, "Dude, I just put the song on, the part that he's talking about, and I'm trying to hear it, and I can't hear it."
Yeah, nothing is wrong.
Dude, I love. There's so many parallels between me and you because I'm the producer of our shit, and like I'm a fucking perfectionist that can hear every little detail. And when I show the shit to him, he's like, "Dude, I don't mind it." Like,
I don't see what you're talking about.
Yeah, continue.
So I went back and I fixed that and re-exported and put it back up, and I then went back and listened to it again, and there was one part in the song where a reverb throw from a different, because nobody cares about this, a reverb throw from a different song ended up in another song.
Right.
So it just kind of like ramps in for a minute.
Right.
Yeah. So there's like one bit, the big bit in October 11th, where it goes blah 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 blah, like everything cuts out.
That like build up to the breakdown,
and then like there's this little chord that just goes. And I heard it and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Like, I'll take it. It's fine. It's a little human error. That's cool. And then, of course, like, Tim comes over and he's like, dude, we gotta fix it. I was like, fuck, man.
Egregious mistake.
Yeah. Like, after all this, I made peace. Like, re-exported again, and then, yeah.
and it was kind of. It felt ridiculous that like the first time through, Tim and I were like, dude, we literally cannot hear it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Like, it's going to be fine. And then the second time through, we were like, no, like this one we can't hear. It's like the riff of the song.
Yeah.
We need to change.
Yeah, but now everything is
bro.
peachy.
Yeah.
So.
It sounds peachy.
I'd fucking say so.
I was listening.
Really solid.
Oh, God. I forgot what I was going to say.
And when you're dealing with like 52 minutes, 45 seconds of fucking material, you don't want to fuck around with that. That's a beefy album. Like, the stuff that we released, we're like a grindcore band. The most we've released is like 15 minutes worth of material at a time.
And in like 20
That's
tracks.
like an epic for a grindcore album. It's fucking crazy.
We did, what was it? It was a 10 minute, 15 minute long album.
And that was only because two of the songs were like a minute and a half long and 2 minutes long, respectively.
And all the rest of them were like 10 second to like.
That's the move, dude.
15 seconds.
You guys fuck with Naked City?
Fuck
oh
yeah,
my
dude.
god, we were just so much of our influence.
We were actually just talking to Earthworm about that not too long ago.
Dude, that shit cracks me up.
There's a video online of the fucking Jesus, his name is John Zahn or whatever.
Yeah. Zorn, I think.
Zorn, yeah. He has a video out with Yoko Ono doing like an improv.
That was him?
No way.
Yeah.
That was him?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
They have an improv album or improv song out. It's like a 5-minute long song of him just like wailing on the fucking sax.
Dude, that is
and
the
she's
best.
wailing with the sax. It's like,
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah. Okay.
I thought that shit was
Dude,
great.
I got you to hell.
It was fucking
Dude, it
hilarious.
is incredible.
I wish I had it on here. I'd pull it up. Oh man, that was
Naked City is just
nuts.
the best thing that's ever happened.
What was the? I want to try and figure out what the vocalist's name was because he was actually in like a 80s punk band or some shit.
I think that was like the whole joke behind Naked City was like they're all like really respectable musicians, but they just get together and go.
It's all written out. Like they have that little fucking
sheet music.
You turn the page.
I didn't know that. That's sick.
Live, where you can just see him like flipping pages. It's all fucking.
It's all written out in notation. Yeah,
dude, it's so ridiculous.
Which means you can probably download the sheet music online somewhere. Saxophonists.
I've seen tabs of it.
Yeah, drop the tab book, motherfucker. Let's go.
Who handles most like the business aspect of things when it comes to business transactions and getting to know promoters and shit like that?
Well, Danny would set up most of the shows back when we were playing shows forever ago. And then other than that, I think it's this guy. I'm blissfully ignorant of all these decisions that are made.
As you should be.
Yeah.
You're
as a vocalist, doing his job.
A vocalist doing his job of letting everyone else do everything.
Yeah, exactly. I'd carry drums, dude. That's about it.
All of the like fantastic work you do on like our videos and
thanks, dude.
Writing and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
this guy is a very accomplished motion graphics boy.
So everybody kind of pulls their own weight in their respective way. Everyone has their own little fitting in the band niche.
For sure. Yeah. It's been interesting to see. Yeah, because I guess back when we were really hitting it hard with playing shows, kind of around between like I guess like 2011 through 2014, we like were trying to really play a lot of shows, and it's been a pretty long time since we've done that.
You guys were good live. I remember seeing you a long time ago. You guys fucking killed it.
I miss it, dude.
Yeah, hopefully get back out there at some point soon. Mm-hmm. And I definitely kind of took over just like talking with promoters and like handling money stuff for shows and all that sort of thing. But it's definitely obviously that's one aspect of it too. So nowadays I think too, especially with like all the money as it relates to the release and everything online, like social media and like paying to promote posts and all that stuff, that's really been Drew, and I think Tim's been kind of in on that as well a little bit. So
maybe
it's like just I feel like things have changed a little bit in the past couple of years, just how you need to promote yourself, how you need to like just function as a band kind of behind the scenes in so many ways, which like I feel like I'm like kind of lagging behind on just like knowing how to do all that stuff, like knowing like the right time to post something on Instagram and like to get the most views, and then how you promote it and like all that sort of stuff. I'm just like,
I feel like Facebook and Instagram kind of like spoiled us as musicians, because now they got like, when do you want this post to go up? Kind of shit. So you don't have to be like, all right, 12 o'clock midnight, time to put this up, new album, bitches. You know, it's
I want to put this up at 4 a.m., but I really don't want to stay up till 4 a.m.
Good.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that that's an option.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Shit.
Yeah, I
so many sleepless nights.
Yeah.
See, I was actually going to say, with the whole album thing that happened, it is kind of cool that like Bandcamp will let you upload songs.
Yeah.
So it's definitely I'm sure it wasn't too hard to just.
That's kind of like an interesting philosophy in itself, because I think I think Kanye even did that a couple times just without even telling anybody. Like he just straight up re-uploaded like an album, didn't tell anybody, and it was just like a different version of, or it wasn't even an album. It was like a couple songs on an album,
right?
Just re-uploaded.
Yeah.
Willy-nilly.
We maybe could have got away with not telling anyone, but it like didn't feel right to do that.
Yeah.
I know Earl Sweatshirt did that once. He was just like, bam, new album. Up on Bandcamp, didn't say shit.
Yeah. That seems to be like the new marketing move for hip hop. Like if you have enough of a following, you just drop shit, and then your marketing is everybody going, holy fuck, there's an album from nowhere.
And then once another big rapper retweets something smaller, it just blows the fuck up. That's all it takes now. Like one little collab move. But so what's some of the like favorite shows? Well, two questions. What's the biggest show that you guys have played, do you think? Or maybe even tour-wise or whatever. And what's your favorite venue to play?
Dude.
That answer, y'all think about your separate answers with that one.
Good question. I'll tell you, my favorite show we played was at this goofy little music store in Rockville.
Yeah,
that was like 10,000 degrees. I think it closed like shortly after we played this show there. I think the sound was like not super great. It was like 1,000 degrees, but there were all these like high schoolers that were just like losing their minds. And I remember the last track we played was Apotheosis, and
we finished with Apotheosis.
We finished with it, and both of my legs went numb halfway through the song. It was just like the most heat exhaustion I've ever experienced. And I remember all these kids in the front row like locked arms together, and they were all like headbanging in unison. Yeah. It was just like the most epic feeling to be like leading that much like energy in the space. Like that was great. And then we played out Empire a bunch in like Springfield, Virginia.
Dude,
I think they're shut down now.
We almost got Nuff. It was a fucking death metal kid, hardcore kids like show. It was like Dying Fetus or some shit.
Yeah.
And like we almost got.
He got kicked in the back of the head, and then I tried to find the guy, and he turned around, like slapped me in the face, and ran out of the building. I was like, "You bitch!" and tried to run after him.
It was literally a line between hardcore kids and death metal kids because everyone saw it. So it was like everybody's like, "I'm gonna beat your ass for punching him. I'm gonna punch you for punching his."
There was like a little mini mob outside about it.
Good thing you didn't have those black metal spikes going on. That would have been
straight up fucking
black metal kid starts arming himself with the knives. Yeah,
dude. I think
somebody burns down part of the building.
The biggest show I think we played, maybe, or at least that I played in the band, was we played with the Heart Machine and the Faceless.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that was cool.
That's a big deal. When was that?
Good question. What year was that Empire?
I have it here somewhere.
Well,
I think it was 2012.
Very end of 2012.
That's crazy. That's before. Well, that's when Michael Keane was like, with it.
I think that was the. What the fuck? Autotheism?
Yeah,
that was release tour.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a big deal.
Damn.
Congrats.
Yeah. And Revocation, but I wasn't there when they played.
Revocation's so fucking good.
Oh yeah.
I never really got into them too much. Just like I just never really.
They're really
gave
good
a chance.
They got some serious riffs.
Their recordings aren't that great.
Their guitarist is their vocalist, which is horrifying because it's like real tough shit.
Dang.
Yeah, dude.
He sits in his room and just writes music all fucking day.
Yeah.
While just thinking about the words in his head to every note.
Yeah, awesome.
I don't know what else I should probably say.
That's pretty much accurate.
I think in terms of favorite venue to play, I absolutely love the Auto Bar in Baltimore.
They just got sold out, didn't they?
They're getting sold.
Or they haven't been sold yet, but
like the owners put it up.
I really hope nothing changes.
It broke my heart to see that. Honestly, I was like,
I keep brushing your leg, and
I was like,
I want more.
Dude, what do I have to do to buy it myself? I was like,
dude, that would be an interesting investment.
Yeah, dude.
A metal band that has their own bar. You can perform there regularly. Have other bands go like Elvis Costello,
like the lounge band
in your fucking lounge room.
Yeah. Well, I had this like crazy idea,
like the house band,
a couple years back of like this place. I wanted to like, because I've always thought it'd be like really cool to like have a venue. And I've always thought it'd be like a really, I'm sure it's an incredibly stressful, like, I mean, you're owning your own business, right? And you've got to like. Everything that comes along with
business is easy.
Dude, it's so easy, right? Business is business.
Business is business.
And business.
But I wanted to like do something that was a venue, kind of like a venue by night, and then like by day have it be like
nursing home.
No, but like it's kind of starting out with like trying to get basically like a community center / like kind of music lesson space. And essentially, like, if you have a space where you're doing like music classes, bringing in teachers, doing a sort of like even like an after-school program with kids in the area, and trying to like, because I feel like there's a lot of like untapped like communal energy in music.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt that especially in like some of the scenes around Maryland that like everyone was kind of like to your face, they'd be like, "Oh, dude, like you guys are tight, great band," and then kind of behind your back, they would kind of have some weird. Shit. They would like be talking some shit, and I was just like, "But there is this like space and desire for like everyone like coming together, you know? So it'd be really cool to kind of like tap into that and have kind of like a dedicated space that like did a little bit more than just like have shows,
kind of like Charm City, Art Space." Was that what it was?
I think that was. I think they only did shows. I'm pretty sure it was just DIY, which is the cool thing. No, it was community run.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Yeah. So the idea was there was not like a singular owner. It was like a group of people who rented out this space, and then they would all come together and book whatever happened. as opposed to like one person being like, "This is my spot."
Yeah,
gotcha.
And then they jack the rent up like crazy, and everybody's like, "Nah, I don't want to do it."
I heard about that.
Nothing could last forever.
I think Magruder Grind was their last show.
Holy crap!
Shit.
I think.
I haven't heard that name in quite a while.
Yeah, they haven't. I haven't heard jack shit about them in a long time.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask, just bang out a couple more questions about the album here real quick so we can move on to some funny questions. So who came up with the artwork?
So Danny started it, and then I finished it.
Yeah.
So
I started it, and it looked like shit.
No, dude. It had the makings of something
But the idea
great.
was there, and then Tim... It was really funny, so I was like, guys, don't worry, I'll take care of the artwork. Because it was one of those, especially with this process of the album, Drew was producing, Tim was writing all the vocals and getting the vocals down, and they were recording, and I was just kind of twiddling my thumbs. It was and I was just all right, how can I support? What can I do? And I was just like, guys, I got the artwork. Don't worry about it. And so I had this whole weekend where I was just racking my brain trying to come up with an idea, was taking photos in all these different places to try to start from there and work.
Yeah, I got
photos.
a random text that was like, "Hey, do you have a smoke machine?"
Yeah,
I was like, "What are you gonna do?"
Initially, I had this
that?
idea with getting smoke in it too, so I was I need a smoke machine. So I had all these elaborate plans, and I took these photos, get home, and I spend a night with Photoshop, and I'm watching all these tutorials and spend hours trying to do this thing, and I'm all right, guys, I kind of got something. I got a rough kind of outline of it. Let me know what you think. And I sent it to Tim. And then the next day, Tim texts me, and he's like, "Hey, dude, yeah, I was just kind of playing around with it really quick for a half an hour, and kind of made some edits. Let me know what you think." And it's this pristine looking, beautiful image, and I'm like,
Man.
all right, 5 hours compared to half an hour, that's what Tim can do.
Yeah,
It's almost like Tim does it for a living.
It's almost like he does it
professionally.
all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Who recorded the Apotheosis playthrough?
Yeah, and Ryan's in it.
Yeah,
That's back. Danny played bass at that point.
yeah, that's a very old video.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that song was back from, I think we released that in 2012, 2013.
2012.
Yeah, and we released it as a single and had every intention for kind of that leading to a bigger release coming up. And we just took some time to get up. But yes, we did the video, and that was Drew on guitar, our guy Ryan on guitar, me on bass, and yeah.
There you go.
Noise.
So right now it's only the three of you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of equipment are you guys using right now?
Oh boy, that's all me, baby. Can we refine that question?
Let's just go with what's your
What hardware is being used?
pedals,
What equipment and everything?
Straight up, just used. I built my own computer. I built a Hackintosh because I'm a fucking idiot and I love shit that breaks.
Hackintosh, I love that.
Nice.
Real great. And an Axe Effect 2
Okay.
and some Yamaha HS80s.
Hey.
And that's straight up,
That's fucking hot, dude.
top to bottom. That's the whole thing.
That got you guys that immense quality and everything. Wow. Hell yeah.
And some pretty nice guitars that you got there too.
Oh yeah, I guess
I'll
we
say
could.
with some brands of instruments.
What do I use? So my buddy Matt Franzen does his own guitar company.
Noise.
Good man, builds all his own guitars.
Shout out.
He's a beautiful boy. I love him. So he built me a 6 a couple years back, 6-string, that I used for like 5/6 of the songs, and then my buddy Luke Seedman in England.
That's an
Has-
awesome name.
Yeah, and
That's the shit. Seedman. I have
the
come to
seedman.
give you my seed.
a
Man.
deliverer of seed.
Come give you my seed. Come on, man.
Oh, man.
So he runs double slit guitars in England.
Nice.
And he built me like this fucking sick 8-string with like a it has the 100 emoji on the first fret.
That's awesome.
Nice.
That's
So
fucking
It's
awesome.
ridiculous.
And then for bass, I used Danny's Ibanez SR705.
SR, a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
I think it's
that shit.
705, something like that.
Yeah.
What happened to when they just named it?
Yeah.
Dude, Ivan has getting crazy with that shit. Like, here comes a man.
Oh, yeah, a mailman.
A man.
It's all good.
Now you're a man. A
mailman.
Now you're a man.
Yes. That bass we got off of, do y'all remember a band, What We Call Victory?
Yes.
Yeah, a Frederick band.
Yeah.
And we played a number of shows with them back in the day.
I think we played one show with them back in the day.
Fire all, baby.
Yeah, represent. Their bass player, we actually got that bass off of him. I remember meeting him. So I went to college in Boston, and he went to Berkeley up in Boston.
Nice.
And I remember like meeting him in a subway station.
In a subway?
Yeah, like
damn.
In a T station up in Boston, we like met up, and I bought that bass from him.
That's awesome.
That's not suspicious at all.
It must have looked kind of interesting. We should have maybe like. Oh wait, no, we met up there, but then ended up going back to his apartment at school, and like actually, I like played it a bit, and we did it there. But
I still feel a little bad, just because like remember when he like hit us up again and was like, dude, I miss that bass more than anything. I really want to buy that bass back, and we were like, nah.
No, dude, I was totally like, yeah, man, like that's cool. Like, let me know if you want to, like, when you want to set that up, and then he just never hit us up. So.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that happened.
Dude, he asked me like every time I see him. He's like, dude, that bass, man.
Where's the trumpet? Where's that wah, wah?
Oh, yeah.
Wah.
Give me a sec.
You're the guy, man.
Right, here we go. Dude, he asked me like every time I see him. He's just like, can I buy that bass back?
And we're just like, dude, sorry, man, we got an album to record.
That's a good one.
Hell yeah.
Good old Sandman.
I'm sorry, dude.
I missed that.
How long has it been since you guys played live?
Holy crap. I think our last show was an Obscure Signals last show.
Dude,
right?
I was going to say that as like one of my favorite shows that we've played.
Yeah, the Fire
that
Hall.
last question.
Oh yeah, that's the rip of
That was a good
Fire
show.
Hall.
Yeah, so that was...
Well, yeah.
What year was that in,
It
though?
was both.
That was the very end of 2013. I'm pretty sure.
It was that long ago.
Did we play in 2014? I don't think we did. We played together for DSME.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
2014, but we didn't play ToTheArk.
Played in Germany, baby.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because you good?
Yeah.
So I was gonna say because this next question would not make sense unless I asked that. What are your favorite songs to play live?
Oh boy, I remember.
Oh, sit down and let me tell you a story.
I remember a real answer to that question.
Schleifen.
Oh, dude, with 100% drill for me.
Drill.
Oh.
Yeah. A song that actually did not make it on. It's not on this album that we just.
It's one of those sitar tracks.
Nice.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's a full sitar track.
Yeah.
It cuts the entire thing.
I feel so bad, man. We tracked that song, or I tracked that song, and then Tim was gonna track vocals to it, and then he was like, so I wrote the lyrics back in 20. Whoever. Your guess is 20. Your guess is as good as mine.
Right.
And
20XX.
20XX, bro. And so Tim was like, "Yeah, I'll rewrite some stuff," and I was like, "Fucking sick," because good God, no. And then he changed, I think, like one line.
Yeah. Here's my problem, man. So when I joined the band, they were like my favorite like local metal band, and then the singer left. And then they had another friend of ours fill in for a show, and then he didn't sing the end of October 11th for some reason. And I grabbed Drew and was like, next time you do that, just have me come up and do that. And Drew was like, why don't you just do vocals? So then I like came to a band practice, and it like just happened. So, but still, I was like, this is like my favorite local metal band. So when I went to like track Drill, which was like a song that was written at that point before I was in the band, it didn't feel right to like change it too much. It still felt like kind of nostalgic,
right?
But Drew like hates the lyrics like so much, so we just like cut the song after I retracked everything.
Is it about a drill? Like a hand drill?
No.
Hell yeah.
Like one of those old twist drills?
That would probably make for better lyrics.
So I gotta ask, any auto-tuning on the record? Because that singing, those falsettos, those were pretty. Y'all got some pretty vocals.
There is certainly pitch correction going on. The trick is, I would write a melody and then bring it to Drew, and then Drew's like, awesome. We'd track it and they'd be like, now here are 47 melodies, or harmonies rather, that we're going to track along with that. And we'd build these huge chords. And I think that's the secret to how just the singing turned out, is like this guy's brain. I can write a harmony, but it takes so long. He just like knows it right away. You're a wizard.
But I listened to a lot of acapella growing up.
There you go, man.
I did too.
But to your credit as well, like the melodies Tim will come up with, and sometimes they're like on the spot.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah,
just very, very fucking cool.
Which always like blew my mind that he would just like there was. I remember one of the songs.
Camelot, dude.
I remember one of the songs.
There's a lot of love in this room. A lot of love.
Drew hit me up one day and was just like, "Dude, Tim just like out of nowhere sent me the vocals for one of the songs."
Oh, it was self-same.
Self-same.
Actually,
yeah.
self-same.
Hey, that song's about Jim Carrey, by the way.
Awesome.
Get into that.
No wonder I like that. No wonder I fucking like that.
I wanna know
Oh god, it
that.
hurts so much to laugh.
What happened there?
He did. I watched an interview with him where he's talking about like the colliding tetrahedrons. It's the one where someone on a red carpet somewhere asked him something about if he was like prowling the streets looking for a hot date.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
His girlfriend had just killed herself.
Yeah.
Like not long before that, so it was not cool. I mean, I think that like plays into his response then. So he just like doesn't take her seriously. He's like walking in circles around her, I think.
Yeah.
But he's just espousing this awesome worldview that I think I totally buy into. But I just had a lot of thoughts about it, so it turned into this song. But my process generally, like not all the time, I like to I'll have an idea for what the song's about, and then I'll just like write it as I'm tracking it. Like I'll just go into my attic or into a sound booth and like lay it down, and then we'll refine it when I'm over at Drew's place.
My attic or a sound booth.
Yeah, I had a sweet sound booth at my last place of employment. We had a sound booth, but now I have an attic. So,
hey man, us metal bands get by with what we got.
Like I said, do DIY.
Yeah,
it's just hard. That's just not easy.
Reminds me of the what you were talking about of like the shed that's like 115 degrees. Yeah. There's a couple songs Tim would like call us after we tracked something, and like he's like, "Dude, I was just in my attic, like, and I'm covered in sweat."
Yeah, there's no air up there.
Heat box.
Yeah.
So you said
no air?
Okay.
How'd you make it, dude?
He tracked in space,
just
man.
a fishbowl on my head.
shit, dude.
Yeah, fucking oxygen.
Michael Phelps on land, you just go
Yeah, dude.
minutes at a time, come back out. Holy shit, okay, go back and
Dude.
I do really want to try playing guitar underwater.
Hey.
What?
You ever see that song that was recorded like underwater?
Yeah,
Those
that's what I
people
was
that like
saying,
learn how to sing, hold
Yeah.
bubbles and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, go into the
Death
ocean.
Clock.
Yeah.
That literally sounds like a clickbait video. Watch these people play guitar underwater.
Yeah.
Hey.
Sure.
You won't believe what happens next.
Shark.
Electrocution.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But, you said that you made that song about Jim Carrey and it, like kind of that like crazy worldview and everything like that. So would you say that the album has any like one underlying like theme necessarily, or would you guys call yourselves any one band that goes for like any kind of message or ideology?
Dude.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah, it's
Jim
all
Carrey?
it's all an
It's all
ode
Jim Carrey. Okay.
Carrey is
To Jim Carrey.
My man.
Yeah.
We actually are inspired by Jim Carrey when he was on that interview where he's like all fucking
like talk about napalm.
crazed up talking about
Yeah.
napalm. There's like and we use that as a sound clip. So
Oh, that's awesome.
He's like, I'm really into this band called Napalm.
Death,
He got
yeah.
that like.
That Jim Carrey face.
Yeah, he was on. I think it was like David Letterman or some shit.
yeah, something like that.
He's just like, it's great, man. I love death metal. It's just like, it's
Yeah,
fucking.
dude.
I got Mike doing a blast beat, just like right underneath of it. So,
We threw the
that's
sound clip right over top.
but what's like the underlying message that you guys kind of play?
It's everywhere, man.
It's everywhere,
So,
okay.
and also because some like Drew wrote the lyrics for Hardships, Apotheosis a long while ago. Wait, do you write lyrics for anything else on the album? I think the rest is me. Danny wrote like 2/3 of the lyrics for Liminal. So no, it's everywhere, man. One song is about Vikings. Another song is about the first song on the album is about killing yourself. So,
Nice, okay.
I think Hardships is about like planting a
That's a good way to
tree
bring it
to
in.
an extent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere, and there are relationships between the songs. We tried to sprinkle like little like Easter eggs here and there, both like lyrically and just like the way instrumentally too. Yeah. So, and if you listen to the album on repeat, then you'll notice a little Easter egg. It repeats, whatever.
Okay.
We didn't expect that. Drew just added that the day before we released it, and then conceptually, the tracks like it makes sense to do that. So that was like this like great thing to realize at the very last moment, I guess.
So what's Hunted and Return about? Part 1 and 2 there. What was...
that actually was part... So we were going to do a concept album.
Yeah.
At one point, we were going to go full Marble Hornets concept album. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't.
Hunted and Return, actually, if I remember correctly, Hunted and Return are 2 titles of ToTheArk videos from Marble Hornets, aren't they?
I don't think so.
If that's the case, then
that would be
real fucking cool. But
because
Regards is one.
Yeah.
And that has it samples the does it sample?
It's not Regards.
Okay.
It's entry pound.
Yeah.
Dude, why didn't we name the album that?
What was that next one?
So we could just re-upload it.
I feel like in terms of like theme, because at one point
sorry, dude.
Because at one point we were kind of we had this idea to kind of go for a concept album, and so I think there's kind of like there's remnants of that that kind of are throughout some of the songs.
Like technically, Liminal I think is part of the ToTheArk self-titled bit.
And it kind of it flows from Solipsis as well.
And Solipsis is part of that.
And honestly, even like songs like Melancholia and other things, even like because we've been also kind of in the process in the past couple weeks of kind of developing some videos and some ideas for music videos that we're going to be doing pretty shortly for some of these songs. And it's just been interesting to like as we've been kind of coming up with these concepts together to see how they kind of like one song relates to another thematically in certain ways, and like the videos are. The different ideas we've come up with can kind of like mesh together in certain ways.
Yeah.
And so I think some of those themes are there, and I think a lot of it too. Just I feel like a lot of the kind of like persona behind the band too is definitely inspired by that like Marble Hornetsy kind of like mystery in the woods and kind of like searching for something. Like that creepiness, and I think I saw
mystery in the woods.
No, but dude, seriously, like
you're like 100% on it, but it's just so good.
Yeah, and kind of like in searching for something, and I remember seeing some like review online a couple days after the album came out that was like that basically said just like ToTheArk keeping it creepy as hell or something like that.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like. That's awesome. I think that's kind of what we're going for. This kind of like creepy, almost like horror movie-ish sort of.
Yeah, theme. I would say
I like that.
Yeah,
See, I got a lot of that because I really like the atmospheric shit that you guys do in the tracks themselves. Like some of the sound, just some of the samples that you guys.
The samples are so fucking great. They really are. Like, I'm usually not a fan of samples. Those samples were the shit.
Yeah, dude.
Let's see. Let's get one more like serious question before we bombard you with dumb shit. Let's get each of your personal influences for playing.
Let's go down the line, maybe.
What inspired you to pick up a guitar or an instrument or whatever, and what inspired you to start playing music in general?
Tim, what inspired you to pick up your vocal cords?
Oh, dude, yeah. I just realized that I had them. When I was in high school, I was real big into like Suicide Silence, like just deathcore. I got into JFAC.
Nice.
And then discovered like Cynic. I'd say Cynic has like been my favorite band for like years. Like Tristan Air is like, I don't know. Carnival. I really like Carnival now too. So I guess going more toward like prog year stuff now, but definitely started off with just like. Yeah, Suicide Silence and Carnifex and just those like
dude,
deathcore.
Old Carnifex was fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's weird. I can't like listen to it now. Like I can't really listen to deathcore now for some reason. I don't know why.
I'm mainly listening to like grindcore and shit now. Do you guys remember Animosity?
Yeah.
Dude. Those guys fucking ripped.
That's fucking Naveen, man.
Yeah.
Good old Naveen.
And Arsonist All the Girls was another one.
Yes.
That I really
fun,
loved.
Dude. I remember seeing them at the Fire Hall.
I wish I would have saw that.
Fire Hall.
Yeah. Wait, was that?
Dang.
They played. Dude, I remember that show. Actually, we were at a band practice, and then we were speeding to the fire hall to get there in time for. It was when Volumes had only put out their EP and was kind of on the come up still, and they were playing that tour. It was fucking Volumes.
I remember seeing shit for that.
Who else? I forget who else played, but I'm pretty sure Arson Scale of the Girls was the headliner for that.
That's
nice.
Yeah, it was wild.
We saw
the Structures. Did they play that one too?
I don't think Structures played that.
That might have been afterward.
I think the only fire hall show. This is Mount Airy, right? Yeah. I think the only fire hall show I went to was Last 10 Seconds of Life.
Oh shit.
Bloodbath in Boston.
Oh my god, that was such a good fucking show. Yeah, was that the one where the first band
Falls
was Berserker there? And they were like, "I want to see someone go home and fucking."
No, that was Demolisher.
Demolisher
was at the end of that show. He's like, "I want to see someone go home and fucking buy me." And it was
lo and behold, someone went home and
perfect.
Someone got dragged out of there.
Yeah, dude, there was a fucking pile up, a body pile up, hardcore kid pile up, dude.
Wait, was that did they call that barbecue jam or something?
No, I can't remember what they called it though. All I remember is that
because we played that.
Ice Jam, I think is what you're talking about, right?
No.
I just remember being.
As the Kidkanevil Falls played there too.
That's what I'm saying. I just remember Kidkanevil Falls being so fucking good.
They were
like
other bands.
tech deathcore.
Dude, Andrew Markle, if you're still out there and listening to this, you're a great dude.
Yeah.
And we love playing with you guys.
Dude,
shout out.
I think I still have him on Facebook. Every once in a while I see him just being Andrew Markle. There's my boy.
Dude, I remember the faces he would make when they were playing. Literally looked possessed by a demon.
Yeah.
They were so much fun to watch. Yeah. Oh yeah, that question. What did you first pick up a guitar? You first picked up a bass, Drew, right?
According to my mom, when I was 9, I picked up a bass so I could pick up chicks.
Hey, it works.
Apparently,
point to where she's wrong.
Those were my words. It doesn't work great when you're playing fucking prog metalcore.
Yeah. I'm the bassist for a prog band.
Yeah.
Can I see your titties?
Well, hey girl, you want to come watch me play in 13/8?
Will you suck my dick after?
I might not be good at sports, but goddamn it, I can play in time signatures you've never heard, girl.
I can fuck you in 13/6.
I can make you music that is completely unreplicable.
Panties dropped. Just from the moistness.
Dude, that's my favorite. The fucking unreplicable. Meshuggah has an EP that they can't play. Their IEP. People have been like, dude, when are you gonna play that live? And they're like, we don't fucking know how.
I forgot, man.
Because they all did it live in a room, and it was all improv at the time.
Seriously?
Wow. Yeah, and they just don't know how to play.
That's the shit, though. Improv albums are, not a lot of bands do that.
Yeah,
or they're too
that being
constrained.
said, Sam Meridian, my boy, great cover. Hey. He did a cover of the entire EP.
Holy shit.
The entire EP?
Mm-hmm.
The unreplicable EP.
Yeah. He replicated. I really hope it was Sam that did that. I'm going to look that up.
Sweet Jesus. That's impressive. That's kind of beyond impressive.
I like that.
I think I picked up a guitar when I was 11 because all my older siblings played music.
It happens. Dude, I wore my Bullet for My Valentine shirt until it was about up here on my fucking shoulders, and the thing was like a little belly. You can ask Mike. Every time I bent over, if I came up here.
I was like, AJ, get a new shirt. No, fuck you.
It's not torn. There's nothing wrong with it.
So much.
These tears don't fall.
We covered it.
I pretty much skipped all the light shit and went straight to Job for a Cowboy.
Nice.
I was I was listening to ICP and shit.
And I had this embarrassing philosophy. He showed me Job for a Cowboy. He was like, me and him, I realized that he was a drummer, and so me and him started playing some music together. I played I Want to Fuck a Dog in the Ass or whatever. So me and him played that for a while. Then he started showing me all this metal. And I had this dumbass philosophy at the time. Shows me Job for a Cowboy. Death blast beats all over the place. I'm like, when you overuse the double bass drum, the bass drum is just meant for emphasis. So when you're always using it, it just takes away from the song. And nowadays, I can't wait for like Gravity Blast and crazy fucking whirlwind shit.
He had that philosophy until I decided to learn how to blast beat.
Yeah, and then it was like, whoa, man, that's pretty fucking cool, man.
That was it. It's like, oh, you know what? A little bit of Led Zeppelin behind that sounds pretty good.
Dude, really what we should do then is cover Led Zeppelin but with blast beats.
Yeah.
Okay, another album that we're going to wait for after the sitar album.
After the sitar album.
Yeah. We'll get right on
I
that.
expect the sitar album.
Or even a sludge version of that. Doom metal.
Cashmere, dude.
I think Led Zeppelin kind of naturally leans towards doom metal. Like a lot of doom metal gets their influence from like
Sabbath.
Black Sabbath and like a little bit of Led Zeppelin, maybe tone wise, but.
You guys ever been to Maryland Doom Fest out in Frederick?
No.
I just heard about it this year and I couldn't make it to it. Yeah, Death Fest.
I've never been to Death Fest.
Yeah, me neither.
It sucks.
So you guys
Death Fest, but not coming.
You guys ready for some stupid questions, some off the wall shit?
So ready.
Go for it,
Let's
dude.
get the tension out of the room. All right, kill one band, bring one back.
Dude.
Oh man.
What band would you kill
ToTheArk, Dystopia.
to bring one back?
Oh, dude. Could be any band.
Yeah.
Any band.
I'll tell you one I bring back. Danny is in this band named Ashes of Angels. Wow. And god damn it, Danny. At least put your stuff on Spotify. Like,
I don't have any of our music.
I know, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. This band, this other band that I was in, we were also in the process of recording an album with Drew, and then we
Over 10 years also.
also over 10 years, and we just never finished it. So I've been wanting to finish it for a long time.
Yeah.
So
Just real great stuff.
yeah,
Right.
I really appreciate that, dude.
Yeah, I think about it all the time for years. So, anyway. I can't think of a band I'd kill.
It's a band that just like their music, just knowing it exists pisses you off.
It doesn't have to be local.
Yeah. Huh.
I think I would say a genre of what I wish didn't exist.
Just like
yeah.
genre genocide.
Yeah.
Damn,
Kill
dude.
one genre.
Well, okay, so I'm gonna place
Bring
an
one back.
asterisk on this, but SoundCloud rappers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like-
You're gonna get shot later when you leave, but okay.
There's
Because
a lot of them in this area.
I think the idea of it I really love, and I think it's great that anyone can go out there and make their own music and be rapping and sharing their stuff, and I think it's awesome. But there's so many out there that it's really bad, but also I'll listen to it sometimes, and I'll put it on and just be rocking in my car, and then I'm like, oh god, why am I listening to this?
There's a lot of fucking
there's so much out there that
SoundCloud rappers too, dude.
it's so negative, and it's kind of for the purpose. It's for shock value purpose,
Emo
which I'm
rap.
not super into a lot of the time. And also, there's these kids that they're 18, 19 years old,
Sing about
that are,
lean and
sing about all that stuff, but also getting arrested and abusing their partners and doing all this terrible stuff.
how
and
cool
then,
it is.
and rapping about how cool it is,
And
and
it's
then
always Florida.
and I used to be a high school teacher.
Always.
Yeah, it's always Florida. Florida's got some
Just so many
Dude,
Florida
fuck,
SoundCloud rappers.
Florida man is just on a fucking
Florida man.
rampage. Always.
Florida man. Smoking dope in a coffee can.
But I used to work as a high school teacher, and all of my kids were so into these guys,
Really?
so into this music, and I was just even if you can kind of see it as kind of a joke, it still gets in you a little bit, and so I just feel it's a really, really negative.
It's dangerous.
It's spooky for people who don't have male role models that listen to that music, because that's what they go to for that kind of validation, comfort,
Say that,
whatever.
Little Pete is the God Savior of everything.
No,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Don't get me wrong, I listen to a fair amount of trap.
That can't be true. He's dead.
Yeah.
Do you not listen to or read the
Same
lyrics to
company.
Sophia? It's all about smacking hoes.
Not a single laugh
Painkillers.
from the whole room.
Just
Dude,
kidding.
is that why you
But
want
you're not wrong.
doing
It's a fact.
He is dead.
Yes. Yeah, dude.
So what band would you kill to bring back?
I would kill all of mathcore
Really?
Oh, dude, you guys are going for the genres.
Off branch of prog, like that's you guys could be allies.
No, it is absolute trash from the.
We're talking like
depths of absolute garbage.
Are we talking like any? Are we talking about like NES?
You know how I said he was going to get shot when he leaves?
Yes.
Putrescence.
Shit.
Absolute.
Whipping out the elegant words.
Refuse.
Are we talking like Horse the Band kind of mathcore?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
good.
dude,
Yeah.
you can walk right out of here.
Dude, and bring back Tommy Boys.
They're done?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
They broke up before the album came out. So there's like this math rock band. That'd be a cute little move there. There's this math rock band called Tommy Boys, and they did this album, and bad times happened to them. But it's a real fucking good. It's like Tiny Moving Parts kind of stuff.
You were telling me about this band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're great.
Like it's like pop punk / It's like pop punk with like way better musicianship.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And they had one EP, and that was it. And they're gone, and they're never coming back.
So much pop punk is just that like slicked hair, tight pants pop punk. That's like let's tune our guitars as low as possible and sing as high as possible, and just like never.
You sure you're not talking about Gent?
I mean, a lot of gent is that too, but I mean, it branches out so much into everything now. It's just kind of like the clean cut metal that's more palatable to like the pop fans now. So it is what it is. It serves its purpose. It's making metal kind of bleed into pop, and that's what needs to happen.
True.
So I guess all has its purpose.
Dude, a band I wish I could bring back, and they might be coming back. This or the Apocalypse.
Yeah.
I love them so much, but they're playing a show. They're playing the August Burns Red release show, the August Burns Red Christmas show this year as an act.
August Burns Red are releasing Christmas to the world.
Oh, yeah.
You can finally have Christmas again.
We can finally have Christmas.
Dude.
Thanks, Donald Trump.
Thank you, Trump. Yeah.
They're playing that show as this act called Hawk, and I'm so stoked.
Oh,
Have
are
you
they
gone to
changing
one of
their
those
name?
Christmas ones before?
I've been to one, yeah.
I've never done it.
Yeah, I played one. Or didn't play one, but went to the one. Rest Among Ruins opened for one of those.
Yes, I know.
Rusty Moon
That was years
Ruins.
ago.
Yeah, which that's
a
also
band
I'll
I'd
take
bring
that back.
back.
That's a band I'd bring back.
Yeah. Do you guys
It
know
might
Rest
not
Among
be-
Ruins?
I feel like that band's lying in wait forever.
I don't know, man.
Like it's just whenever Mike decides to hit the go button.
Have you guys listened to them before?
Also, what happened?
Which
here?
one?
Did you lay this
Take
out?
one, dude.
Like-
Yeah. Rest Among Ruins.
Yeah.
It's a Mike Zemeski project.
Yeah.
Heard of, haven't listened
Yeah,
to.
Dude,
I've heard
I
like a song.
can't believe that people aren't just talking about Drew produced that album. But never mind the production, which is like pristine and phenomenal. Just like
It sucks.
it's just like one of the best metal albums. Like
It's incredible. It's like the musicianship.
Yeah.
is like I listen to it over and over and over. When it
Dude, we put
Yeah.
so much fucking work into like the last song has one little bit of every single other song in it. Be it like in rhythms, like a drum is doing a rhythm that a guitar did earlier or something, like super down to the fucking.
That's pretty cool.
It was 14 songs or 13 songs worth that we put into this one song.
yeah,
Like all over the place, weaving into itself. Yeah.
Damn.
That's
it's like the most epic ending too.
And it's just our
Intricate.
That's very
our friend
intricate.
Ben just like shredding everyone's face off on guitar, and Mike just like having a beautiful voice. So
Yeah.
it's
Thank you.
Oh yes, like,
Yeah, dude, you fucking nailed that album. man.
It's just in me, man.
I don't call him Lord
Thank you
Mike
for that
Bedlam.
Yeah,
for
no
no reason.
problem. No problem. Tupac or Biggie?
This is important.
This is very important.
This determines whether or not y'all are coming back on our shows. You fucks.
dude. Yeah.
why do I have to choose though? Is my
Oh
question.
yeah.
I say ToTheArk.
Tupac.
Really?
All right.
Yeah. I'm just gonna side with Danny because I have no idea,
your
but
stuff.
I trust Danny and his judgment.
Tupac.
I like Tupac politically, but I think Biggie is like more enjoyable.
Story.
to listen to.
That's what I see. I like them collectively, but I don't. I like storytellers more than I like revolutionaries.
Yeah.
Personally, that's just me.
Yeah, that's the dichotomy.
I'm not very well versed on either. But
Yeah. So
I apologize.
I'm not super
No.
well versed in either as well.
Biggie's just got more. I don't know. I like his music a little more.
Pineapple
But-
on pizza.
Oh God! So this is really important. Pineapple on pizza? Yes or no?
100% yes.
no, man. What a travesty.
not in any fucking
Are you kidding me, guys?
conceivable goddamn universe.
I think you just broke up our band.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I'm in a band with you guys?
You demon.
Dude, Hawaiian pizza.
Instead of
It's a mistake.
It's the shit. Okay,
Amazing.
Look, my
Thank
guy.
you.
My
Yes.
Dude, it's the best
amazing.
pizza for putting in the trash. The best pizza for thermite incineration.
Especially when you have like juicy fresh pineapple.
Yeah, and then you don't put it on the pizza.
And then you put it on the pizza.
There's the sweet, and then you get the saltiness of the ham.
exactly.
Then the cheese. I don't know, man.
It's like it's a really interesting combination of flavors. I just do that with my hand a lot. You know?
Yeah, man. It's spicy meatball.
He said big and juicy, and I immediately went to ass. I can't even conceive pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So it's 2 versus 3 here. So I guess we'll leave. Y'all have a good podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna go get some. We're gonna go hang out.
Yeah, let's get some. Fuck yeah! All right. So, Mike, go ahead.
Who would you punch in the face for $100,000?
Like,
oh wait, no, hold on. No, first I have to ask you guys. Who is your personal? Okay, let's go this way. Who's your personal idol in life? Who do you look up to? Who's like really important to you?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Damn, yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we got Terry Crews.
Shouldn't laugh about that. That's
Hold on. So Terry.
Oh God, are we taking notes now?
Okay, and then we got who else?
Dude, I need to think a lot more about that.
Who's just somebody you look up to? It doesn't have to be the
that's
most
like a pretty
important,
big. Like, who's your idol that you look up to
man.
most?
Jim Carrey.
No.
Two all over the place.
Let's have. I'll go after Danny. I got to really think hard
personal
about this.
idol.
Can you hand me one of those small dark
Somebody
holes?
that just inspires you.
Treat this with respect.
I feel like so many people, like so many like friends and family, really inspire me a lot.
Okay, so who in your friends and family?
Oh man,
That's disgusting.
this one guy, my friend Brian.
Brian. Okay.
I really look up to him a lot. If I had to pick like a public figure, honestly, I'm gonna pick like a category of persons. Nuns. I look up to nuns.
Dude.
That's good. That's
nuns
pretty deep, actually.
Dude, nuns are badass.
Yeah, they're
that's
very.
what I've been learning the past couple of years is like nuns do some really, really badass stuff, and they're just like incredibly selfless and great people. And like there's this nun at my work that she's like 90 years old and has been smoking cigarettes and drinking whiskey since she was like 20 years old, and is just still like.
Despite the church's reputation, the women inside of it, they put up with a lot of shit, but they do a lot of good.
And that's the thing. It's like what they need, I think, is like more like women leadership too.
Right.
And like
and
them being allowed to take more of a role, because I think that they're such amazing people and amazing leaders by example, And I always hear like amazing things that nuns are doing.
Oh, behind every great man, there's a fucking smarter woman, whatever.
Yeah,
Behind every great man, there is a nun.
There is a nun.
None for everyone.
Anyway,
You get a nun.
I think
So much to laugh. That was so good, Tim.
You get a nun. I have a fan question from one of our band group guys.
Oh, sweet.
Earthworm Von Doom wants to
fans.
know, do you eat the poo-poo?
do you eat the poo-poo?
Absolutely. Can you ask Earthworm Jim why they didn't fucking open for Drake Bell?
That's actually we actually had a video on that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, dude. They
Also, did I just say Earthworm Jim?
Earthworm Jim. Well, they're gonna. I love that. I'll tell them to change your name.
Yeah, you should.
I will. They actually that was kind of funny because there were so many people that actually went on that event.
Oh, I saw it was amazing.
There were so many fucking people that went on
I made a video of me scrolling
their
down
manager,
that event page.
Drake Bell's manager, emailed them and said, "Look, a lot of people want you to play, but I mean, the show's booked." It's like, so you're saying that we could have played, but they went to the show anyway.
There's a chance.
They're sitting in the back, dude. No shit. They're sitting in the back with a bunch of their buddies. They're like, Megan. It's like, Megan.
Oh, dude, we were there, or I was there.
Oh yeah.
I went to that show.
That was
awesome.
Historic.
Yeah.
Fucking
That
beautiful.
was quite the
That
show.
was a thing.
Fucking beautiful.
Drake Bell live covered Gucci Gang,
Did he really?
The Dream.
That's
Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang.
That one.
Gucci Gang,
Have
Gucci
you heard the Anime Girl version of that?
No.
Oh, sorry, that's
pretty great.
the Little Pump song.
Yeah.
Gucci Gang. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Little
nice.
Pump song.
Say it again. Gucci Gang.
So, you all eat the poo-poo?
Only Danny's poo-poo.
I guess it depends whose poo-poo we're talking about.
I feel like I would be real good if I were to eat Terry Cruz's shit after punching him in the face.
Hey, yeah, there's like a gut biome transfusion that happens when you have someone else.
It's really healthy,
I think you have to put it up. You have to like boof their poop.
You gotta boof their poo.
But like you might actually become. You put. You guys are not into boofing?
Dude, I've never.
You put stuff in your butt, dude.
You're not as cool. You're not as cool as Judge Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Is that like
So would you?
Oh shit! That's where I've heard that word before.
Yeah, the
It's
Kavanaugh.
also just a word.
Fucking
Fucking
That's.
yeah, man.
Dude, I feel like one of the senators
like
that was.
I did not have sex with that woman.
So it's like a poops depository.
Yeah, and you gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
But this guy could have shit.
You could turn into Terry Crews, though.
He's gotta eat healthy.
If I could become Terry from shoving his shit up my ass,
Oh my god.
I think I'd probably do it.
It's at least like if there's like a 10%
It'll be a slow
chance that would happen.
transformation.
Well, 10% chance.
You gotta do
Dude,
it
that was
10
like,
times, though.
fuck. It was, Ben had this joke that was like, he got fucking blackout drunk and then ran. He was like, due to statistics or something, there's a fucking 0.005 chance that I can phase through matter. And just fucking ran straight into a truck.
Fuck.
It was like, statistically, it's true. There's like this infinitesimal amount that you can phase through matter. Like, very
Now, I'm not a particle physicist.
incredibly
but-
small chance that you can phase through matter.
Now,
And this has been documented.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
been
don't know
since high
about
school
that.
since I've done science. But
Done
I don't think that.
I've not done science.
I mean, obviously, yeah. I mean, you'd have to try it probably for an entire lifetime if you wanted to phase
Just
through a
an
truck.
eternity.
Can we consult a science man for that?
We'll all try it after the
Jamie,
show. We'll try to phase through a car after the show.
I'll call
Science man on the line.
my science man in.
So,
Say if I had
Science man.
if I could run internet on this fucking thing without OBS freaking the fuck out, I would look it up, but I can't.
what kind of performance artist would you choose to accompany your live set? Can be anything from jugglers, clowns, strippers, Cirque du fucking Soleil, anything.
Like we had a
Who was that? The fucking chicken dude?
Oh, dude, Chris.
Yeah,
you know Chicken Man?
No, not Penrod. No. I'm talking about. You told me about this because I was really stoked about this guy who was like giving this like. He was like a New York street performer.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody thought he was like actually
David
just a
Silver, I
crazy
think.
homeless dude.
Yeah.
But it turns out that he's like a street performer where he's like, what is it? He's giving this super inspirational
like-
speech, and then he just starts going,
just like in the middle of a sentence. And it just seems like, oh, he's done way too much acid. And it turns out he's a performance artist. But still, it's still like glorious. It's like Matt Silver or David Silver. I saw a greading card with him.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That naked guy in the middle of New York that just wears a Speedo and just,
That's the one.
I love farts. Love fart.
But then he'll say something like really profound and then make a chicken noise. It's like,
Didn't he run for president?
no, dude, that's Vermin Supreme.
Yeah, Vermin
With the
Supreme.
boot. Yeah.
Those two
for every
together,
citizen.
president, vice president.
Oh my god.
Every citizen.
President, vice
Yeah,
president,
that's his
right
platform.
Tuesday, make sure you get out and vote.
For Vermin Supreme.
there. Write it in. Write it in for everything. Board of Education.
Do you know I
Vermin
wrote
Supreme.
you in for the presidential election?
You seriously wrote me in?
Yeah.
I really.
What an honor. That means the
Hillary versus Donald. I wrote in his wife.
Wow.
Dude, I got a vote in 2016.
So, are you guys playing any new video games?
Yeah.
You guys playing anything?
What video games?
I just
playing?
got Red Dead Redemption 2.
Dude, I'm staying the fuck away from that game.
It's pretty
Because
good.
I do not have the 60 hours to put into it.
It's apparently they're with the DLC and shit they're coming out with it. It's gonna bump it up to like 150 hours
I just picked up
Finished all the game.
to finish the whole game.
Yeah. Fucking crazy, man.
Like think about that fucking Final Fantasy VII again.
Uh-huh.
That was like a 72-hour game.
Yeah, which is why I never beat it because someone scratched my disc.
I bet, dude. I almost beat. I like every time I almost beat it, I would get the Sephiroth. My fucking memory card just shat on me.
No.
So like every single time, I was like 3 times or something. I've been trying to beat that game since 1998, and I finally beat it last year.
Dude, that was me with the Resident Evil remake.
Same.
Nice.
Yeah.
I fucking got that shit like when it came out, and I was like a tiny child, and I was like, I don't understand games, and apparently like I just restarted it like over and over and over again.
Huh.
Well, that car was important enough to take all of our attention.
That was my aunt's coming over. Now they're just like, who the fuck is that getting?
Oh, holy shit! Who is that getting the mail?
Someone's stealing your mail.
Stealing my mail.
I saw the car go by. Not
I thought I was the only one that stole mail.
No, dude, I had a friend. I have a friend. That,
He's gone.
So she went to grad school with me, and so like it's an art program. Everyone's doing weird stuff. She would steal her roommates and like other people's mail and then make paper out of it.
The fuck?
And then she would steal things out of like her like friends' like bathroom, like the trash, and then make paper out of it.
Wait a minute. You said that she made paper?
Yeah. It's
how did she make paper?
Like craft
paper. Some crazy chemical thing. I don't know, dude. There was another girl in our class that another lady that would she made my very first, I like just joined this grad program. We have our critique class. It's like 3.5 hours long. She told us, come into my studio. I made a ring out of dirty laundry. And that's what she did. It's just tons of like dirty clothes in a ring. And we're like, okay, it's a critique. Like, why'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know. What does it mean? Like, I don't know. What are you going to do next? Like, there was no substance to it, and the whole time I was thinking, like, what did I just get myself into for like the next 3 years?
Whoa!
Did she also wear like tinfoil hats and hang out in?
Whoa!
Like,
did she make
the thing about this is like people would do like crazy shit like this, but then like you could have like conversations of substance about like just crazy things, like. With the exception of that one thing with the laundry, that there was nothing behind. So, but anyway, yeah, stealing mail for art.
It's format.
She made the sea bear ring from SpongeBob, dude.
She's
trying to get away from the sea bears.
Yes,
brilliant.
So back to the video game question. Video. What's everyone playing? Real quick. What's everyone playing?
My barber just talked me into starting Destiny 2.
Oh,
so I'm pretty upset about that.
I played that game for maybe like a day, and then I was like, "Fuck this, I can't."
Yeah, it's
boring. Yeah.
It's just got me. It just hooked me just enough that I was like, oh, okay, I got it.
It reminds me of like an MMO version of Mass Effect.
Yeah, I've never played Mass Effect. Actually,
that's really good. The third one was.
That's Xbox only, right?
No, I think it's on PS4. Can't remember.
I learned about Mass Effect because I had this friend who wanted to tell me one thing about Mass Effect. So he was like, I got to give you some backstory.
Oh,
and he went
hours later.
We went ahead and told me the entire plot of 1 through 3, so that he could tell me like, and it's crazy because they shot this cannon or something.
Yeah,
like, are you fucking serious?
I read the script for Mass Effect 3 when it came out, and I was like, I'm not buying this. This is dog shit.
Yeah.
Like there was this thing about like pillars. They'd said we can't blow up these pillars or else it's gonna like rip a hole in the space-time continuum. And then in the third one, well, we have to finish the game by blowing up these pillars. And nothing.
We gotta rip the hole.
Well, kind of parallel to the money question. What's the most disgusting thing y'all do for $20?
The most disgusting thing I would do for $20?
Yep.
Or a Klondike bar where you're
I think it depends on how badly I need the $20.
It's just like right now. What's the most disgusting thing you would do right now for $20?
Like
need
for
guitar
you guys,
strings?
$20.
What is it?
Huh. Like the most disgusting thing I would do to like get one of you guys.
Yeah. What's like the bare maximum? Like this is where I draw the line.
I'm not gay, but $20 is $20.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'd suck 36 dicks, but the 37th I'd be like, nah, I need like $25 or something. Gotta up the dollar amount at that point. Like what's the line?
Little Clerks reference, I see you.
My girlfriend sucked 27 dicks.
What is the grossest
In a row?
Try not to suck any dick on the way out the parking lot.
I can't walk to the grocery store, the liquor store, and back without walking into 20 people. You're fucked.
Oh, that's Boondock Saints.
Yeah, it is Boondock Saints. God damn it.
right,
Okay, I'm train wrecking this shit.
I haven't thought about that movie in forever.
I think the grossest thing I would do would be to eat one of Tim's beard hairs.
Yeah, please don't.
Really?
I need them.
I think I'd do that for free.
Yeah.
Depends if he's had something like good to eat recently and there's just like any mustard caught in it.
Only
That'll
Tim.
be good in it.
Dude,
Only
I'm the only one.
I'll do it now.
Dude, I'm real bad about gross
$20
things. I have like the gag reflex of like nothing. So I would like look at everyone's feet. That's it.
I tricked some
Dude,
shit.
can I pay you 20
Shit, dude!
Can I pay you $20 to look at my feet?
So I think what we should do is all shave a part of our
Turned into
beards
a
and
very
put it
different
into like a little bowl and then just sell it online as like Podunk Punk's giveaway type shit.
Dude, yeah.
To the
Little
ToTheArk brand beard, man.
Yeah.
I you know those little
How to lose every fan.
you know those
Send
little
you our
fucking dried like crickets and shit that they sell to eat.
Oh, fuck. I wouldn't do that.
There was this one chick in my school. I tricked her to give me $20 to eat a live cricket, and I switched it out with one of those. Ate it.
Nice, dude.
She She found out later.
Dude, I bought a chocolate bar that had like ground up crickets in it.
Oh, yeah.
It was just a chocolate bar, and I couldn't eat it. It's like optimal protein source, like really good for the environment, not very expensive.
But what about for $20?
Even then, dude, I just like put it in my mouth and was like, I already bought it. Put it in my mouth and was like, nope, and then just threw it right away. Like, wow, can't do it, man.
I'd eat it.
So what's the limit? I gotta get something.
I think insects is my limit, actually.
Insects?
Yeah. Like, I would do probably just about anything else.
What if you're in Thailand and you see like some fried tarantula sticks?
Nah.
No? Okay.
You're a
I don't think I ever got a answer from the types of performers y'all would have live.
No, we did.
We did?
I thought.
I don't know. I don't think I thought of anything.
Oh, yeah, the two of you guys.
I think I would be really down.
Nuns.
The nuns.
Well, something I've like legitimately thought about that would be really cool to like put into a live performance and like into our show would be like video streams. Or not video streams, but like have video projections.
Yeah,
but have it be things that are even like related to like music videos we've done, or like even between songs, have little like bits of stories.
We can do that.
That kind of like tell a story like over the course of the show. You know.
See, you guys are really inventive with that. Me and him probably just throw like hentai on the screen and just play behind the screen.
Dude, my favorite shit was it was
my favorite hentai.
Give me a second. It was like 2 tours ago. We were out with Sarah Longfield.
Right.
And
I love Sarah.
She has this projector. For her entire set, she's just showing edited footage on a loop of just Vin Diesel and Vin Diesel movies.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, dude, no joke.
What the fuck?
So she has this projector set up and she's playing this fucking like prog metal and shit, and it's just Vin Diesel like. And then it like zooms into his eye into a galaxy.
What the fuck? This Pink
For
Floyd
the
direction.
entire set.
That's
That's
brilliant.
Oh my god,
That's brilliant.
That's perfect.
And it's straight up just because she loves Vin Diesel.
Wow. That's great.
Jeez,
All right, go ahead and take one
I
out of there real quick. Sorry, Mike needs to make some noise.
No, I mean, you couldn't hear it.
Well, pour them all out on the thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Dude, I think what I would do is I've seen these videos of these like Shaolin monks in like Times Square that take bricks and just hit themselves in the balls. So if we could just fill the stage, and they were doing that along with just like the breakdown for October 11th.
And at the end, self-immolation.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Our entire set would be just a big war protest.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fuck.
There was a video we watched not too long ago of a bunch of Muslims hitting people in the head with coconuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think it was Indians.
Yeah, Hindu people.
Yeah, I
they
think
were
it was
just like
Hindus.
smacking. smacking each other on the tops.
They would heat up. They would put the coconuts in like a fire for like 3 seconds, and crack them over people's heads, and people, ow, what the fuck?
I'd use that.
Interesting.
It's like a form of galloning on it.
Yeah.
It's nuts. So last question.
Dad?
Are you my dad?
Mom? Are you my dad?
Mom, are you my dad?
That's actually a that's a post-it that I left my roommates a couple weeks ago. So somebody had just written "mom" on a post-it, like right in the kitchen, and I just put comma. Are you my dad?
Just mom, no punctuation.
Well, they just wrote "mom" on a post-it and said, "Put comma. Are you my dad?"
Mom, dude.
Mom?
So this
Are you my dad?
Hermaphrodite.
Dude,
that'd be a nice
That's a grindcore band name right there.
Yeah,
No, I was thinking like.
Dude,
I was thinking like a fucking comic book.
Why not both? Why not all three?
Yeah,
Just like-
why not all four?
In a world where your mom is your dad.
And you have to go to high school.
We gotta hire Danny for sound clips, dude.
Yeah. In fact, hey, can you real quick just over top of that make us an intro for this episode? Just real quick bullshit, a 5-second intro for this episode.
dude.
All right, hold on. In a world. I'll give you a couple options. Let me give you a couple options.
Noise.
One more.
Wait, hold on. You guys, everyone stare at the camera.
Perfect, dude. That's our cold opener right there.
So
that's our fucking cold opener. I'm not even joking. That's gonna be our cold opener.
This is what the entire episode has led up to thus far.
Yeah.
You gentlemen ready for this? Alright. I know you are.
You ever inhale rum?
Yes. It's not fun.
What is the meaning of life?
42.
Butt
42? I agree, butt pussy.
Pussy. Butt pussy.
What's the meaning of life?
Dude, the meaning of life.
It's one of the best movies by Monty Python.
Oh,
Forget what philosopher said, but they said whatever the meaning of life is to you is whatever prevents you from committing suicide.
Yeah.
There you go.
That
man.
feels very, very Nietzsche.
What did
I
Cinderella?
think it might have been Albert Camus, which would have been along the same branch.
You know, I mean, we've all heard of
Only
it,
a lot
so it can't
funner.
be Nietzsche. Puns.
Good one. Good one.
I think the meaning.
You fucking dick.
It's like I don't know what to do with this.
Guys, this is the most important question.
Hey,
What the
can you,
fuck?
Can you hand me a Whoppers?
Hey, Whoppers, dude.
Hey, Whoppers.
Hey, Whoppers.
I have just accomplished the meaning of life.
Yeah, Whoppers. Yeah, that's the meaning of life. There you go.
Danny,
That's the fucking.
I'm
for me,
expecting something very profound.
My meaning of life is to
stigma.
love others and work for a more just world.
That sounds about right.
Sounds right, dude.
Okay.
Fucking fuck.
Very wholesome.
Dude, I
We
think
should have made him finish instead of start. Like, this is, we're in trouble now.
I think it has something to do with being generative, like creating new things, like taking part in like the unfolding of like what's happening.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
Cool,
that's a little
cool.
big, but cool.
Keep the ball rolling. Keep those cogs a turning.
Whoppers, dude.
Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not
There
going
you
to
have
dispute that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
just
that
gotta keep
boils
it there.
down all of y'all's philosophy into a single little distillation there.
Yeah, dude.
There's a lot of meaning behind Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah.
That ties in with world peace and
world peace.
Yeah,
being creative and
being creative.
the three pillars of a good life.
So we expect your book coming out next year.
Oh no, it's going to be extrapolated upon on the Sitar album.
Okay, so
That's actually.
there's a spoken word philosophy going over top of the sitar.
Well, that's kind of the
ToTheArk audiobook, dude.
It's a sitar audiobook.
A sitar audiobook about philosophy and Kevin James.
It's actually set to kind of like what Pink Floyd
Dude, have you
did with
Dark Side of the Moon and Wizard of Oz.
It's gonna be, this album's gonna be set to Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Did you know?
Shit.
No joke. Dark Side of the Moon fucking links up with Paul Blart Mall Cop.
No, you're
Blart Side of the Moon.
And you know this
I'm not
own
kidding.
experience?
I'm not kidding. Look at if you look this shit up on YouTube, there's multiple moments where it like perfectly links up. And there's like one bit where he's like outside. He's like outside and he gets attacked by crows or something, and it's like during like The Birds or something, like the song The Bird. Like it is.
That's actually pretty cool.
It is amazing.
Wow,
That's funny as shit.
Blart Side of the Moon, my dudes.
You're gonna actually make me watch this movie.
Yeah.
You never watched Paul
Dude,
Blart Mall Cop?
Dude,
Wow, you're missing out on a meme.
Blart Mall
I feel really bad about this, but one of the best one of the best podcast concepts I've ever heard of. I'm so sorry, guys.
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine.
Is Till Death Do Us Blart,
Oh my god.
which is
What?
it's the same group of dudes every year on Thanksgiving watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and review it as they're watching it.
That is awesome.
Every year, and the entire point is that literally they will do it until they all die.
That's great. I love that.
That's amazing.
That's perfect.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Dude, every year on Christmas we need to watch A Christmas Story.
So, when you guys do decide to make this philosophical audiobook Paul Blart montage thing, right now on the Podunk Punks, we're branching out. We do metal reviews. I'm currently reading the Analects of Confucius as not really an audiobook, but like a read-along, kind of dissect and make fun of funny things, whatever, kind of give you a history lesson kind of thing.
We like to call it a shut up and listen to me read.
Pretty much. Yeah, y'all are more than welcome to be a part of that, and we will review your philosophies.
Sweet, dude.
Yes.
That's very cool.
What did
We
Cinderella,
will host your philosophies.
What did Cinderella say when she got to the balls? She gagged.
Oh man, nice.
You want to hear a cleaner joke? What did the janitor say when he got out of the closet? Supplies.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It's my cleaner joke. It's my cleaner joke.
Real quick, what are you guys doing? Where are you going? What's happening in the future? What can people look out for?
Are you guys playing?
Definitely look out for road signs.
Shit.
Look out for potholes. Look out for cars on the shoulder.
Hammond Bridge.
Look out for bears.
Deaf children.
Depending on where you live. Deaf children.
Yeah. Bears are everywhere.
Deaf bear children.
Deaf bear children.
My God.
Yeah, that's
Man bear pigs children. Deaf man
we
bear
all
children.
need to look out for that. Like,
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Al Gore.
We filmed a playthrough video. This is a real answer. We filmed a guitar playthrough that
surprisingly, actually.
Yeah, we keep doing this thing where we get together and we start making something and then like we just like start over, it just doesn't get finished. But dude, this one's coming out. I don't know how close we are. Probably not
it's
too
great,
much.
dude. It's
okay,
perfect.
it's perfect. So that's coming soon. We're going to shoot a music video, and the hope is to start playing shows in a few months. But we're still figuring that one out.
If somebody offered you guys a show, would you guys take it? Like if somebody came up to you and said, "Hey, I got this thing put together."
Dude, I think we need some like significant prep time. So I don't know. We're working the drummer thing out right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, I mean, there's plenty of bands. I mean, it sounds like, oh, it's kind of shitty to do, but there are plenty of bands out there that get by playing with a drum machine live.
Interesting.
Never seen that done before.
Oh, I've seen it done plenty of times. Dude, Putrid Pile. Putrid fucking Pile.
Oh, God.
One man dad band.
Yeah,
interesting.
I mean, yeah, I've definitely seen it done before as well.
And you guys could actually do that to get exposure, to get your own drummer or whatever whatever you guys want to do. Because sometimes being a 3-piece and just programming your own drums, doing shit in your own way, honestly, it's just a lot smoother.
It's more manageable. Yeah. Just let Drew do everything.
Yeah, when in doubt.
Yeah. Huh.
But yeah, I think
when in doubt, producer problems.
Yeah.
We also, I think we've definitely been trying to like get focused and get some more stuff out. And I think kind of since the release too, we've been pushing it and getting together and like putting our kind of creative juices together, which has been really cool. And so, yeah, I got material for a video coming, and then another video in the works as well. So definitely want to keep kind of doing all that stuff and pushing on that.
And I think their links are going to be in the description down at the bottom.
Yeah, we'll give you guys that.
Yeah, I think we also, it's a bunch of busy boys too. Got a lot of other things going on too, so it's just a matter of like when we can get the time and find time to like come together and do these things. But it definitely has definitely have the intention, I think, to be doing all that stuff. And yeah, if a good show came up and we had plenty of time to like prepare, like
I'd say definitely go live with the program drums. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No,
yeah.
Shame.
Dude, we'll take that Duke Nukem Carlton cutout and just sit back. We'll set up a drum set and then put him at it, and then just use a drum machine.
Dude, just the bass drum, the snare, and one cymbal.
There you go.
That's the trick. Yeah,
that's the trick right there.
Accurately reproduces the album.
Just like hi-hats.
Yeah, dude.
They're never used.
There should be a minimalist prog
like cocktail.
Band. Like a minimalist prog band that uses like just the shittiest instruments and as few of them as possible. Like you got the guitarist on like a Squier with like a Fender amp and a Metal Zone pedal.
And
the vocalist, the micro cube.
That's my setup.
Dude, Metal Zone is coming back, my dude. Metal Zone is making a comeback.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got the drummer that literally just has like a hi-hat and like one little fucking crash ride.
Yeah.
Like one of those junior sets.
Or like the little Barbie doll sets, you know, like what Dave Grohl played on.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah, we thank you guys for coming out, man. Thank you guys for doing that. And congrats on the new album. It sounds fucking awesome. I hope you guys don't mind. We're probably going to use it for like theme music for this episode, if that's cool.
Yeah,
we're going to throw a little bit of back.
Not going to flag us.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Don't contact flag me, man. Any last words before we sign?
Any last words?
Any last words?
This is what it's come to.
We fucking kill you guys.
This is.
You've walked into our house. We have you here. So, any last words? I mean, we weren't going to tell you. What we're saying is we laced the Halloween candy.
Oh, damn, dude.
And the Whoppers.
And the donuts did have a little bit of LSD in them, though.
Yeah,
perfect.
You'll feel it in the next like 20 minutes.
Last words.
I was wondering why I saw Donald
Blanald Tramp.
I just gave up. Fuck that joke.
Blanald Tramp.
On last words, I guess I'd say anyone out there who's already checked out our album, thank you so much. If you have not and you'd be interested, it's available on Bandcamp, Spotify, iTunes.
What gets you guys the most percentage when they buy from? Like, what's the best place to buy from?
Where you guys get the money?
Mail Drew a check.
To P.O. Box 6969.
PayPal donations.
Do you guys have a PayPal?
Yeah.
You should. I think so.
Just phone at Gmail.
Yeah, I don't know the percentage breakdown of the different.
Bandcamp has gotten worse.
Yeah.
I think Bandcamp is still the best one though.
Yeah.
Y'all should really consider doing a Patreon then.
Yeah.
Get more direct profit, and people can, if they like your shit without buying the album, they can just send you shit on the whim.
Yeah.
And usually that's what I do with bands personally. Like, I know I can pull up their shit and listen to it whenever I want. I don't need to download their fucking music. I'll just send them money if I can. Like, I don't want your goddamn.
Yeah, whenever I go to shows and stuff, I just ask for the band's PayPal.
Yeah.
Because generally they're like doing stuff through PayPal, but if you go straight into PayPal, then the card reader like takes a percentage. So if you go straight into PayPal, there's no percentage taken.
Well, there's also, you still have to like send it as a personal thing, because like there's in PayPal there's like two different ways to pay, and then like they take a cut or something. Do you honestly Venmo?
Venmo, yeah.
Dude, my
Venmo goes through PayPal, my dude.
Does it really?
Oh, yeah, they own it. Yeah.
Everything is connected.
But for now, it's Spotify and Amazon and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, just buy the album wherever you want to, and then listen to it on streaming services.
Y'all have any merch? Y'all thinking about any merch?
Yeah, we're thinking about it.
We know people who know people who can do some patches and stickers and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Want some stickers.
Dude.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all coming out.
And thank
ToTheArk.
You guys for watching. Remember, we are not saints. We are the Podunk punks.
Let it play for a bit. I also need some silence.
I was going to.
Oh, man. I'm so fucking sorry. I'm just going to go.